best of the National Football League, the American Football Conference.
Stadium in Philadelphia. It's the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. Their record is 4-0. Against the Philadelphia Eagles, their record is 3-1. This is Charlie Jones and Lynn Dawson.
Well, I tell you, Charlie, this is for the state championship of Pennsylvania. It means a great deal to both of these teams. For Philadelphia, because of all the injuries to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they feel if ever they got a shot at winning, today is the day.
And this is the rookie from Texas A&M, Tony Franklin, the barefoot kicker. And boy, he can sail him. The deep back will be Anthony Anderson, number 33, a rookie free agent from Temple. And we are underway in a drizzle in Philadelphia. Anderson on the return to the 15, 20. Leads to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line, where Pittsburgh will go to work. Jerry Robinson made the tackle for the Eagles. Terry Bradshaw, Sidney Thornton, and Franco Harris in the
Number
backfield.
32, Charlie, Franco Harris. Pittsburgh feels if they've got any way of turning things around offensively, getting that running game go, they've got to get a good performance out of Franco Harris.
So the Steelers go to work from their own 23-yard line, first down. Franco Harris gets the call. To the 30-yard line, he picks up 7. It will be second down and 3.
Number 82, Stalwart.
Second down and 3 after a gain of 7 by Franco Harris. Sidney Thornton. And Thornton picks up the first down as he moves near the 40-yard line. So the Steelers on the ground as Randy Logan, the strong safety, makes the tackle. Here is that offensive line, and only one man is healthy.
Well, I'll tell you, number 52, Mike Webster, the offensive center, in order for that running game to go against that three-man front, that center has to handle that man over his nose. No one in the National League does it any better than that man, number 52, Mike Webster.
First down, Pittsburgh, their own 40-yard line. Game just started between the undefeated Steelers and the Eagles. Their record is 3-1. And this Franco Harris. Harris to the 46-yard line. It will be second down and 4. Tripped up by Carl Hairston, the defensive right end. And with a sore knee, came up with it Thursday night. Spent the night here at the stadium in the training room. Second down for Pittsburgh, their own 46-yard line. Sidney Thornton. Thornton off of the right side, moves to the Eagles' 49-yard line. He'll pick up the first down. That is 2 first downs in the drive for the Steelers. Frank Lemaster, the right inside linebacker, makes the tackle. Here are the others: John Bunting, Terry Totolo, Lemaster, and Reggie Wilkes.
Number 58, Terry Totolo, he is the man replacing Bill Berge, and that's some big shoes to fill, because not only was Berge an outstanding player, he was one of the great leaders on this football team. Totolo is going to have to do it.
It is a first down for the Steelers at the Eagles' 49-yard line. Bradshaw has not thrown a pass. Rocky Blyer is now in as a running back, and he'll pick up maybe a yard. That'll be it. So it'll be second down and 9. Charlie Johnson, the nose tackle, is the man who stopped him, number 65.
Want to single him out if he can get him in single coverage.
Second down and 9. Franco Harris has a sprained ankle. We don't know if he has re-injured it. Thornton carries, and he leans forward for a first down. The third of the drive for the Steelers. They have been grinding it out on the ground.
Charlie, we talked earlier, this telecast got underway, about what Pittsburgh wants to do. They want to control that football on the ground. And here you can see the fine blocking up front. Guards out in front. A big hole for number 38, Thornton. And when he gets through a hole, as big and strong as he is, you know he's going to pick up some yardage.
Sidney Thornton in his third year. Drafted in the second round in 77. It is a first down. Franco Harris comes back in, so he's all right out for a quick 3. 39-yard line of the Eagles. Thornton, they string him out. He will lose a yard. It's an 11. Bradshaw has not thrown. This may force Terry to go to the air. It is Franco Harris, right side. A couple of yards. It'll be third down and 9. And now Bradshaw will have to throw. Frank Lemaster, number 55, was there for the Eagles, the right inside linebacker.
You can see number 78, that's Carl Hairston, going all the way from his right end position all the way to the left side, showing the quickness and the versatility of this big defensive lineman. And he's playing, as Charlie said, with an injured knee. He's been soaking it, I think, Charlie, for the last couple of days.
Rocky Blyer comes in. Franco Harris comes out. So Thornton and Blyer are the two running backs. John Stallworth and Theo Bell are the wide receivers. Randy Grossman is the tight end.
And Philadelphia has 4 men rushing the pass when they got their nickel defense in.
A flag is down on the play.
Zero
A delay
time
of
left.
game.
Took too long to get the play off.
That will cost the Steelers 5 yards. Violation of the 30-second rule. In the secondary for the Eagles with 2 interceptions and a block punt this year. Bradshaw, all the time in the world, goes deep. It is incomplete at the 20-yard line. Theo Bell, the intended receiver. Randy Logan, the strong safety, was there for the Eagles.
Striped shirts.
4th and 14. Craig Colquhoun with a 41.4-yard average is in to kick, and Wally Henry is deep. High, lazy floater. For the sidelines, it goes out of bounds.
Big situation too often.
17-yard line, Eagles in their own territory with no score. Montgomery is the deep back. Harris is the up back, and Montgomery carries. From the 17 to the 21, he picks up 4 with the offense with no score at their own 21-yard line. Leroy Harris. The defense was there, led by John Banazak. It'll be
I should say the seasoned veteran. He's the guy that anchors that offensive line.
3rd and 10, Jaworski to throw. He fires it. It's there. First down. He goes to the tight end, Keith Trefley, in his 5th year. And Montgomery slips, still picks up a yard. Jack Ham was there to cover him. It'll be 2nd down and 9, Philadelphia. The 8-yard line. It is 2nd down and 8. Jaworski uses up all of the 30-second clock, gives it to Montgomery, and a flag is down. So while
J.T. Thomas is taking his place. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jaworski work on him.
2nd down and 13. And whistle sound before the play gets off. This may be a 30-second violation.
Now they have 13 seconds remaining.
28-yard line. Charles Smith is in as a wide receiver. So now 3 wide receivers are in. Montgomery is the remaining back. It is 2nd down and 18. On the draw, Montgomery to the outside. Gets around the corner and picks up about 9 yards on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 in the Eagles. Dwayne Woodward checks into the secondary. Robin Cole comes out. Harris is back into the offense. 3rd and 9. Jaworski under pressure. He'll run for it. He can pick up the first down, and he does. And he goes sliding to the artificial turf around the 49-yard line. He has the down and 9. He did it himself. He has a first down. Eagles 49-yard line. Over the middle. It's there. Carmichael has it. That is now 101 consecutive games that Harold Carmichael stands 6'8". Has a reception as he goes. He's open.
At 6 feet 8, you better believe it.
Now at the Pittsburgh 33-yard line. First time the Eagles have been in Steeler territory. Montgomery at the top of the yard. And he carries. He has 3 yards to the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 25 is the time remaining. With no score. At the Steeler 30-yard line.
Play pass.
Whistle sound. Joe Green was trying to put some pressure, and he was tripped up, came sliding the turf. As Lynn mentioned, the artificial surface here, it is delay of game against what he said. Lauren Taves comes in, Robin Cole comes out on the Steeler defense. 2nd down and 12. There is motion in the backfield. The pass is complete. Trefley is into the end zone.
They're going to bring it
but
back.
Leroy Harris, I believe, stepped forward, was not set for a full second. Against the Eagles, they started back on their own 17. 3 wide receivers are in. Smith, Pritzky, and Carmichael. Going deep, he throws it away, way over the head of Carmichael. It may have just sailed on him.
To do it.
We're in a drizzling rain in Philadelphia. Just more of a mist than a drizzle. Harris is the remaining back. 3 wide receivers, 3rd and 17. It is dumped off. It is complete to Leroy Harris, and he will be stopped for a loss by J.T. Thomas. And Theo Bell is set for the return.
Charlie, that's why with Pittsburgh, you do not want to be placed in a passing situation too often because they're just too tough.
He sails a beauty. They will watch it go into the end zone and through the end zone. We'll bring it
far from over. Cleveland's come from behind in 3 of the 4 ball games that they won so far this year.
And the Steelers have come behind in 3 of their 4 ball games. They have won all 4 of them. First down, Pittsburgh, their own 20-yard line. Cunningham is now in at a tight end. Bradshaw rolls, throws, knocked away. He was going to Sidney Thornton. John Bunting. Second down and 10 for the Steelers. The ball on their own 20-yard line. No score. Second time in the ball game, the Steelers had possession. On the draw, Franco Harris shut off inside. Jumps to the outside and picks up a couple of yards. Bobby Howard, defensive left cornerback, came up. Johnson comes out. It is 3rd down and 8. 22-yard line. Bradshaw splits his back, passing formation, sends 5 on the pattern. He goes deep over the middle. It is dropped, almost intercepted by Brenard Wilson, the free safety. Theo Bell, the intended receiver, he is set for the return. He is at the Eagle 41-yard line. Good return, excellent field position in the offing for the Eagles. Colquitt sails a beauty. He takes it back at the 33-yard line. He's to the 40, fumble. It is recovered by the Eagles at their own 42-yard line. Okay, Eagles first down their own 27-yard line. Montgomery on the pitch. 4 yards to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 as Jack Ham and Donnie Shell were there. Now let's go back to that National League race. Cincinnati is in, but Pittsburgh and Montreal, they're still in contention in the East. There is a possibility. They're the same in the loss column. So if Montreal wins the rest of their games, Pittsburgh wins today, then that means they would end up in a playoff on Tuesday, which is a possibility.
Regardless of what happens, it's going to be all doubleheader against Atlanta.
I wish I'd have said that myself.
You did say it.
Of course, if Montreal loses and Pittsburgh wins today, that can change it all around. Jaworski on a bootleg. Now he's going to throw, drops it off, tight end, it's there. Big play to the 49-yard line of the Steelers. Keith Krefley. Passes a total of -6 yards. Krefley 2 receptions for 36. Montgomery 5 carries for 24 yards rushing. An update on the offense of the Eagles. They have a first down. 49-yard line of Pittsburgh. 5 out on the pattern for Jaworski. Good protection. He's a good scrambler. Drops it off underneath Harris. He was just avoiding the loss.
Oh, yes. Now, if ever there was intentionally grounding the football, that was it.
Cleveland 10-0. Cleveland undefeated.
Yes, and Cleveland's come from behind in 3 of the 4 ball games that they've played.
2nd down and 10. Jaworski rolling right. Sets, fires. It is intercepted. The Steelers have the football. With the interception is Jack Lambert. That is his 4th interception of the year.
You better locate number 58, Jack Lambert of the Steelers, when you're trying to throw somewhere in the middle area, because he's going to be going back to his zone. He has great speed and quickness. Now he's looking around. He's watching that quarterback right now, and he's reacting to the quarterback. And he has such great speed and quickness and trying to go to Montgomery. Another big interception for the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 58, Jack Lambert. And he's got a bad shoulder. But his hands are great, Charlie. He can catch.
Whose record is 3-1 with no score. Bradshaw is 0 for 3 passing. Thornton has 24 yards rushing. Franco Harris had 19. He'll add 3 more to his total.
And once for his head, Charlie Johnson did not get into the flow of the play.
2nd down, 7. 36-yard line, Steelers their own territory. Sidney Thornton to the 40-yard line. He picks up 4. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Pittsburgh Steelers at their own 40-yard line. Jack Lambert with that interception, his 4th of the year, is now tied for the lead in the NFL in that category. Bradshaw to throw on 3rd and 3. It is through the arms of Franco Harris, and then Sidney Thornton tried to haul it in before. I'll tell you, wait, we got this punt and then a commercial, then I'll tell you. Bring me back to that. Colquitt kicking. Henry is deep. Fair catch is called for. And then rolls out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Colqua puts it out from their 5-yard line, the official spotted. A kick of 55 yards. Frisky is wide to the near side. Looking for a little bit of running room is Leroy Harris. And he picks up. And remember that 6 of the Steeler defenders were in the Pro Bowl. 2nd and 8. Second back through is Montgomery. He is hit at the 8. No, I wouldn't have anyway. No, I wouldn't. 3rd down and 4. 5 on the pattern. Good protection. Going deep. The pattern was cut off by Scott Frisky, the rookie from Penn State. The 6-yard line of the Eagle.
Now what Pittsburgh cannot do right now is commit some sort of penalty.
And they do it. They get the snap off. Yes. It'll be offside. It'll be 5 yards. The Eagles needed only 4. You can forget this play. The Eagles will have a 1st down.
What they could not do and must not do is commit a penalty. On that particular play,
I believe it was right. We have no score here, no score between Minnesota and Detroit thus far. Montgomery on a sweep to the right side. It's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. It's top. So loss of a yard. It is 2nd down and 11. Let's see if Jaworski goes to the air.
well, Pittsburgh's anticipating a pass. It's a draw play.
Montgomery. He'll lose another yard.
Well, I'll tell you, Jack Lambert situation that you want to be in against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Definite passing situation. They have a lot of men up on the line of scrimmage faking the blitz. Leroy Harris.
And he runs into Mel Blunt at the defensive right corner, along with 4th down 6. Max Runiger to kick. Theo Bell is the deep back on the return. He gets a good one off. Bell backpedals. 33-yard line to the 40. And hit at the 42-yard line. Mark Slater made the tackle.
Down to the last ball game.
Pittsburgh now from their own 43-yard line. 1st down. Thornton. Maybe a yard, and that'll be all. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Career interception that ties the NFL career record held by M. Tunnell.
Bradshaw, play action, throws back. He wanted to throw back on a tight end screen to Randy Grossman.
Receivers, that's why they went some good blockers back there to help protect it.
And he's yet to complete a pass. He's 0 for 5.
He better hurry.
Wire, key block, pass is incomplete. Bradshaw was then dumped by Dennis Harrison.
Pass off.
Wally Henry is deep. Colquitt to kick. Taken at the 15-yard line and then out of bounds. And just in time.
And heart, and that's what he has.
Or be big tough, right?
He is tough inside, and that's the most important thing.
Eagles 1st down, their own 16-yard line. Montgomery carries. Fake to Montgomery. Jaworski, play action. Excellent pass. Complete to Montgomery. 1st down. Just across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play action pass.
Well, that's...
That last kick of Colquitt's covered 41 yards, and that's his average on 4 kicks thus far. Montgomery picks up close to 9 yards on 1st down. 195 pounds from Abilene Christian College. Last year, 1,220 yards. This is his 2nd and 1. The quarterback. Sends 5 on the pattern. Over the middle, intercepted. 2nd time in the ballgame the Steelers have intercepted. And this time it is Jack Ham with his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, great quickness, and he has. Linebackers generally do not have hands like this. Now he's looking for Carmichael. Look at that catch by a linebacker. He's not supposed to be able to do that because he's always pounding on people and getting his hands messed up. But 17, Carmichael was the man that Jaworski was going for. It was just a great interception by Jack Ham. He's just the best. He's the best outside linebacker in the National Football League.
650 career interception. And that is high among linebackers in the National Football League. Bradshaw throwing on first down. And he goes to Stallworth. Stallworth on a comeback pattern along the far sideline. Completion of the ball game. He is now 1 for 7. Franco Harris going for the first down. He needed 3 yards, and he may have
play offense. They better be watching out.
Bradshaw fires, almost intercepted. Frank Lemaster, the right inside line. 2nd and 10, 5 on the pattern. Over the middle, pass complete. Benny Cunningham. Cunningham, flag is down as Cunningham goes to the 11-yard line. And there will be a flag down. The Steelers were in motion. Another flag goes down at the 15-yard line. Cunningham was the intended receiver. But Pittsburgh was in motion, and while they sort this one out, let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WIC-TV, your new spirit station in Pittsburgh.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We just had offsetting penalties. Here's the situation. We're at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles, now with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Pass interference, 58 defense, declined, offset, second down.
Now, offsetting penalties. We have 6 minutes left to go. Scoreless ball game. The overview, Lynn Dawson.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a defensive battle so far. No one has been able to generate anything offensively for any period of time. For Philadelphia, they've had poor field position the entire first half. Pittsburgh right now, though, has an opportunity.
2nd and 6. Thornton, 19-yard line. Sidney Thornton. First down for the Steelers. Reggie Wilkes makes the tackle for the Eagles. Best field position that the Steelers have had.
Well, number 38 is Thornton, and he's going to get some good blocking. 52 is Webster. He grabs a hold of a little bit of a jersey of Johnson, but he slips by. Now, here's a man that's tough to bring down unless you really get a full shot at him. Coming up with a big first down.
And this is Larry Brown, disqualified from the game on sportsmanlike conduct. Bradshaw throws, corner. It is there. Pass is complete at the 8-yard line. Theo Bell.
Yes, sir. A good throw and an excellent catch by Theo Bell, number 83, because he knew all along where he was on that sideline. Bradshaw was just kind of a timing throw. He had his man going down and out, both hands, and he got that right foot in just before he was taken out of bounds.
Bobby Howard with the tackle, 8-yard line of the Eagles, first down goal to go.
I'm sure they feel that Howard, number 23, because he's older and he's not as fast as he used to be, that he's going to play off a little more than some of the other quarterbacks, so they feel they can throw in front of him.
Thornton and Harris are the 2 running backs. It is Thornton. Thornton scores. Sidney Thornton, his 5th touchdown of the season, and it was Sam Davis, the pulling left guard, who led the way.
You better believe it. Number 57, Sam Davis, came up with a big block, along with some of the other Pittsburgh Steelers, but you'll see 57 coming out. And when he comes out and he can take a shot on a defensive back right here, coming up, standing straight up, he never leaves his feet, which is a good move by a block. Don't want to give this big guy a lot of running room because down by the goal line he's tough to bring down. But you can see 57, Sam Davis, coming up with an outstanding block.
And the extra point by Matt Barr is up, and it is good. So the Steelers, a 47-yard drive in 6 plays. Jack Ham set it up with the interception. Pittsburgh leads 7-0. Steelers lead. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. Wally Henry is deep. He takes it 5 yards deep. He will down it. As Matt Barr, with the win, sails the kickoff 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Philadelphia has not had very good field position this entire first half, Charlie, and do a lot to the kicking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and also that great defense with Ham coming up with an interception, Lambert coming up with an interception. Take a look at the number of plays and total yards.
That's right, but it was 47 yards in 6 plays.
Yeah. 6 plays.
Because of the
I got a
penalty.
couple of scores for you if you'd like to have them.
I certainly
Earl
would.
Campbell scored his second touchdown. Houston now leading Cleveland 17-3 in the second period.
Leroy Harris. Harris to the 25, 27-yard line. It is second down and 3 as Jack Lambert and Lauren Taves, now in at right linebacker, make the stop.
Give Florida, Tampa Bay also undefeated.
Cleveland and the Steelers are the other two. Pass is complete. Scott Fritzke, the rookie from Penn State, has the first down. 40-yard line, a gain of 13. Mike Wagner, the free safety, makes the tackle.
I'll tell you, for a receiver, you can find out what he's made of with this pass, because when you catch a pass in the middle, coming across into the defensive players, you know you're going to get wrapped. And particularly when you're playing against Pittsburgh, when they're secondary, they can really nail you. Wagner is a hard hitter out there. So is Donnie Shell.
Fritzke, the rookie taken in the 5th round, has replaced Charles Smith. Normally starts in that wide receiver spot. He's been bothered by a virus for about the last 10 days. Jaworski rolls, throws through the hands of Carmichael. Incomplete. Donnie Shell was chasing it. It'll be second down and 10 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Guessed right on this one because they had a blitz coming. You can see the linebacker going after the quarterback. Plenty of time to throw. It means it's man-to-man coverage on this big 6'8" wide receiver.
And he should have had that.
It's a wrong spot.
Right in the hand. Oh, sorry about that, Errol. Don't forget halftime, NFL 79. All the scores and highlights around the league. Second and 10.
Look at it, they're moving around. They think it's going to be a blitz. They faked it.
Jaworski. All alone is the tight end, Krefli. 30-yard line of the Steelers. Taves and Shell stop him at the Pittsburgh 30.
Well, I'll tell you what was going on up there with all that movement around there. Pittsburgh was up there showing a safety blitz. Jaworski read that. He had to check off. That's why you saw the backs moving around back there. But they fake it. Then they come back into their coverage. But that means that they're on the move. Number 84, Krefli, is wide open coming across. Jaworski sees him, gets the ball to him. A big play for Philadelphia, putting him down on the 30-yard line now, and an opportunity to score before halftime.
2 minutes, 20 seconds. Clock is moving. Time remaining, second quarter. Steelers lead it 7-0. Eagles threatening for the second time, faking the draw, play action. Deep, he's there. 5-yard line inside the 5. Krefli, the tight end. Iowa State, 6'3", 230 pounds. Had a concussion in last week's ball game. He has been the leader of the Eagles. 2-minute warning. We'll take a timeout. They are at the 3-yard line of the Steelers.
And this is the last big play to Krefli, taking it down inside the 5-yard line. A good throw, a good read by Jaworski, the quarterback of Philadelphia.
2 tight ends are in. Harris in motion. Flags are down. Montgomery is hit. He will lose at least a yard, maybe 2, if the play stands up. Tom Beasley and J.T. Thomas were there for the defense.
I don't know how he got by Thomas because he was coming all the way to the cornerback. He had to leap over J.T. Thomas.
Offsides against the Steelers.
Maybe that's why he was in the backfield so quickly, but Pittsburgh was coming there trying to stop that run on the first down. Backfired.
They'll split the distance to the goal line. It'll be 1.5 yards away. The line of scrimmage was the 3. Krefli now has 4 receptions for 105 yards.
Offside, 51. Defense in the neutral zone, first down.
Lauren Taves was offsides. Jaworski has completed 8 of 14 passes. 146 yards through the air. 1:53, time remaining first half. Harris dives. Does not go in. 1-yard line, second down goal to go. It was Mike Wagner who turned him away.
Now they figure they've got 4 shots to get it in from down that close. I'm sure that they're going to go for the 6 points and not just settle for 3. But here's the ground level. This is where it's tough. He's going up and over. Lambert, Wagner both time it. That's all they're doing. They're looking to see who the quarterback hands the ball off to. no one is going to be able to block them. So if they can come and jump over, if they can time it right, they can stop him on the line of scrimmage.
1 minute, 20 seconds remaining first half. Clock is moving. Quarterback, Jaworski. He leads. He does not go in.
He's the worst one not to get the ball to out there.
It'll be third down and goal to go.
I say he's the worst one because you get no footing, you have no momentum going into the line of scrimmage, and unless the defensive men are really driven back, it's tough to gain any yardage whatsoever because those tackles are pinching down on that offensive center in the middle of that defensive line.
And the rain is falling one more time.
As you can see right here, nowhere. Big Joe Green, 75, they're all there stacking things up. They're better off to give the ball to a back who's running for 4 yards before he gets the football.
45 seconds in the first half.
Touchdown.
Harris, he makes it. 7-6 ball game, extra point still to come. Leroy Harris, that is his first touchdown of the season. 80 yards in 8 plays on the drive.
Well, I'll tell you that everybody pinched inside, jumping outside. Now what he had to do is outrun 58 Lambert and 23 Wagner. He's hit near the goal line, but his momentum carried him in for the touchdown. And they're tackling him from the inside out. Virtually no way that they're going to stop him.
Franklin with the extra point. It is good. And we are tied once again. It is now Pittsburgh 7 and Philadelphia 7 with 38 seconds remaining in the first half.
It's Detroit 3-0. In that ball game, Paul Krause, the safety for Minnesota, got his 79th career interception that ties him with M. Tennell, the National Football League career, 79. Goodbye to Larry Brown. Larry Brown was thrown out of the ball game. He and Claude Humphrey, the defensive end for Philadelphia, got in a little dispute. Something happened, and he was thrown out of the ball game, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Franklin kicks off. Larry Anderson on the return. Anderson to around the 32-yard line.
Against us one afternoon. They're changing off. He's checking off the line of scrimmage.
Gordon, the ball carrier, has around 6 yards on the play. Ken Clark makes the tackle.
Another score for you. Baltimore leading Buffalo 3-0 first period. Steve McNamara, 20-yard field goal for Baltimore.
And now the Steelers will stay in the huddle. They will let the clock run out in the first half. Humphrey was walking away. Larry Brown then hit him from behind. That is a disqualifying foul. But that foul took place after the play was over. Now, you will recall the play went inside of the 10-yard line. There was a clip on the play. The spot of the clip was the 19-yard line. And so the clipping penalty was marked back from the 19-yard line. That brought it back to the 34-yard line and made it 2nd down and 6. So that's the clarification that we had on that.
You know, I guess the toughest thing for Pittsburgh was the fact that they lost their fine offensive tackle, Larry Brown. Put on top of that the fact that they had so many injuries. You know, before the ball game, going into the locker room, the most important man in there was the trainer trying to glue these people together so that they could get out and perform. And their feeling was, before this ball game, well, if we can just get through this ball game without anyone getting any further injuries, then we could be all right, because we need a little time to heal some of these injuries and wounds that we have.
Also, our thanks to NFL 79, Brian Gumble, Mike Adamley, for all of the highlights and scores from around the National Football League. Now let's start the second half. Matt Barr kicking off for the Steelers. Wally Henry is deep. Wally fields it at the 5, to the 15, the 20. Spins his way outside the 30 to the 34-yard line, where Zach Valentine makes the tackle.
What do you take? 135 yards passing for Philadelphia, 39 for Pittsburgh. That kind of tells the story right there. Time of possession also in favor of the Eagles. The problem with the Eagles is that they gave up the football twice by way of interceptions.
Ron Jaworski is the quarterback with Wilbur Montgomery and Leroy Harris, the 2 running backs. The pitch is to Montgomery. Harris with a block. Montgomery cuts inside of the block and he will pick up a couple, maybe 3 yards on the play before J.T. Thomas moves up on him. The wide receivers, Harold Carmichael and Scott Fitzke, with Keith Krefley, the tight end. That offensive line, Stan Walters, Petey Payroll, Guy Morris, Woody Peoples, and Jerry Sizemore. That's the offensive set here in the second half. 37-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Dennis Winston checks into the defense. Jack Ham comes out. They look for the pass. Jaworski over the middle. Pass is complete. And it is Scott Fitzke of Penn State, the rookie taken in the 5th round, who has 9.6 speed. He goes to the 44-yard line of the Steelers.
I'll tell you, he had to be a magician to get that football in that time. Number 81 is Scott Fitzke, but Jaworski's throwing this ball, and he gets away with it because of his strong arm. It's not a good percentage pass, right between 2 defensive players of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the important thing for Philadelphia is it was complete. Generally speaking, for a quarterback, you don't want to take a chance in throwing it, particularly against the people who react like Pittsburgh does defensively in that secondary.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We're just a minute into the second half of the game between the Steelers and the Eagles. Montgomery, right side. 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 1. J.T. Thomas and Donnie Shell with the tackle.
Well, you can tell the great explosiveness of number 31, Wilbert Montgomery. You can tell right here, they get the inside sealed off. Now it's a foot race to the outside. J.T. Thomas coming up with anything he can get a hold of, and he got a hold of some of the jersey, brought him down, but not before he picked up 9.
Defense is Tom Beasley, Joe Green, Gary Dunn, John Banaszak. The linebackers are now Lambert, Winston, and Cole, with Thomas, Shell, Wagner, and Blunt in the secondary. Harris, straight shot. He'll pick up the first down. Gary Dunn and Jack Lambert with the tackle.
Jack Lambert knows this. He's reading all the way. Takes on the guard. Gets drawn back a little bit. Makes the tackle, but not before they pick up the first down. Got a couple of scores for you. Tampa Bay leads Chicago 7-0 in the second period. Baltimore now leads Buffalo 6-0 in the second period.
At the 33-yard line of the Steelers' first down, they have a problem now with the game clock. Jaworski just throws that one way away. A flag does not come down. That wasn't even close.
Well, see, the only reason or way that you can get intentionally grounding, the referee must make that call, and it's to avoid loss of yardage. It wasn't to avoid loss of yardage in that particular case. No one was open, so he just threw the ball into the stands. It was a good play by Jaworski.
All right. Second and 10.
I'll tell you, if that had been in Pittsburgh, the fans would have let you know that they thought a flag should have been thrown, but this happens to be Philadelphia. Jaworski happens to play for the Eagles.
Fitzke goes wide to the right side. Carmichael is wide to the left side. They get the play off with 1 second remaining. Trying to hit Carmichael. It is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It will be third down and 10.
Well, they had the blitz on that time, and Jaworski saw it. He was reading it. Had his men going into blocking, his backs into a blocking position to help out on the blitz. But somebody got a hand up and knocked it down. Got another score for you. Third period. It's all tied up. Minnesota 3, Detroit 3 in the third period of play.
And on third down and 10, Montgomery comes out. Charles Smith comes in. So 3 wide receivers for the Eagles, with Harris the remaining back. Screen right side. Harris, but nobody got out with him on a halfback screen. I was waiting for the lineman to come out, or was he just jumping it off? Did I miscall it?
It could have been just an outlet. He got rid of it in a hurry. It didn't look like he had to get rid of it that quickly. And what he was doing is just trying to get it out to the back, have a linebacker or defensive back make an open field tackle on this strong running back, pick up some yardage, at least stay in a position to be able to go in and kick a field goal. Because this man, Franklin, can kick a field goal. In practice and warm-up, he was kicking them 60 yards.
He will be kicking from the 38-yard line. That is a kick of 48 yards. His longest in a game is 46. But he has this kind of distance. It is there. 48 yards out. Tony Franklin, and the Eagles lead for the first time. We'll take a timeout with the score in the third quarter. Philadelphia 10, Pittsburgh 7. Putting the uprights from 48 yards away. We'll watch the return from our end zone camera as our director Jim Cross captures all the action. From the 8-yard line, this is Larry Anderson on the return. And he will set it up at about the 29-yard line. So Pittsburgh, their first opportunity on offense in the second half, with Terry Bradshaw at quarterback, Sidney Thornton and Franco Harris, the running backs, John Stallworth and Theo Bell, the wide receivers. We'll check out the tight end. It'll either be Grossman or Cunningham. That offensive line, John Kolb, Sam Davis, Mike Webster, Steve Corson, and Ted Peterson, replacing Larry Brown, who has been thrown out. Now, NFL 79, those of you who are watching it, here's the situation. 11 minutes and 5 seconds. The time remaining, third quarter. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers were tied at halftime 7-7. The Eagles then took the opening kickoff and moved to field goal range of Tony Franklin, the rookie from Texas A&M. He split the uprights 48 yards away. Eagles lead it 10-7. Pittsburgh first opportunity on offense in the second half as Sidney Thornton carries. There is a fumble. Eagles come up with a football. Renard Wilson. That is the first turnover that the Steelers have suffered in the ball game.
And I'll tell you one thing that Pittsburgh does not.
Now let's go back to New York.
The one thing that Pittsburgh does not want to do early in this second half is give this young Philadelphia team a break. And you can see number 55, LeMaster, kicking that ball loose. Renard Wilson coming up with it. A big break for Philadelphia up the 44-yard line.
In Steeler territory. Second back through is Montgomery, running with all kinds of authority. To the 35-yard line.
Charlie, he explodes from that I formation. There are several ways that he can go. He's just looking for the open hole, but he has such great acceleration. Once he makes that determination, he is gone. As you can see, he's getting the ball, handing off as deeply in the backfield as he possibly can. Look for the hole. He had it. Cole coming up with the tackle.
Robin Cole, number 56, made the tackle. Second down and 2. Montgomery again. This time he will lose yardage as number 65, defensive left end Tom Beasley met it.
That time it was Pittsburgh's strong defense shutting them off. Number 65, Tom Beasley, coming up with a tackle. But you can see Lambert's involved. They're taking a look, see where it goes. Green is being held on the play. And that great pursuit of the Pittsburgh Steelers defense catches up, makes the stop. Short of the first down. They lost yardage. They need about 2.5.
The pitch to Montgomery. Slipping one tackle. This will be close to the first down as Mike Wagner finally brought him down. The officials may need to bring the chains out.
He got a first down. He did it on his own because Robin Cole did an excellent job of making sure that he did not get outside.
That was third down. It is barely a first down. 33-yard line of the Steelers.
Credit Montgomery for this one because he spins and now he knows he has to get about 3. He goes as hard as he can. Picks up that first down. That was what, by about 2 inches. Big break for Philadelphia. They maintain that football, and it's first down. They're still on the move.
Pitsky wide to the far side.
Blitz is
Jaworski
on.
to throw.
Oh, it's a free ball.
Loose. Harris going
Still a
back
free
for it.
ball.
Still a free ball. And the Eagles finally come up with it back at their own 32-yard line. Jerry Sizemore, the offensive tackle, finally recovered the ball Now remember, a second ago, it was at the 33-yard line of the Steelers. Now at the Eagles' 32.
He had a quick count, Charlie. He couldn't change the play. They had a blitz on. The linebacker came. Montgomery missed his man.
Robin
Cole, who knocks it loose. Now it's free for anybody. And what they should try to do is fall on that football. I'm talking about either side. Fall on the football. And finally, the big offensive lineman for Philadelphia, Jerry Sizemore, comes up with it. They lost a lot of yardage, but if they'd have coughed up that football, given it to Pittsburgh, it would have been really a big turnaround for the Steelers.
They lost 35 yards on the play.
You don't want to do that against Pittsburgh because gaining 35 against the Steelers is real tough.
So it is now 2nd and 45. Montgomery. He'll get around 5 or 6 of it back. Lauren Taves making the tackle.
I'm sure what Philadelphia's thinking right now, Charlie, is just don't give up the football now. You notice that Montgomery, when he was about to get hit, he had both arms wrapped around that football. He didn't want to cough it up. They don't want to cough it up here either. They had really a big breakdown there when they recovered that fumble and came up with a couple of first downs. A touchdown against Pittsburgh at that stage would have put them kind of in a bind because they haven't been able to move the ball offensively so far.
Winston comes out defensively. Jack Ham comes in. 3rd down and 40 on the draw. Montgomery will lose a couple of yards. It'll be 4th down. And Gary Dunn made the tackle, and the kicking team will come in.
Got a score for you, Charlie. Archie Manning to Ike Harris for 24 yards and a touchdown. New Orleans now leads the New York Giants 17-0 in the 3rd period.
Max Runniger to kick, number 4, the rookie from South Carolina, taken in the 8th round of the draft. And Theo Bell is set for the return. Pressure is on. He gets it off. It's a good one. Bell.
There goes the flag.
Flag is down. It will be against the Steelers. Running into the kicker.
Yeah.
That is an automatic 1st down. And remember, that was 4th down and 42.
Boy, you talk about giving them a gift. It's a punt. They're going after it. About 3 of the Steelers going after it. And I'm sure they'll say that they were blocked into the kicker, but regardless of whether they were or they were not.
Could we save that? Did Ken Edmondson, our producer, save that? I want to look at that again. A great acting job by Max Runniger. Here's the call from the official.
49, defense, 1st down.
Running into the kicker, Dwayne Woodruff. Now watch, see if contact is actually made.
Right there.
It was ever so slight.
Well, he's just a rookie, too. Just think how good an actor he's going to be after 4 or 5 years in the league.
All right, spotted at the 40. We're back to live action. And Billy Campfield is in as a running back. It is a 1st down, Eagles. From their own 40-yard line, they'll lose a little on the play. J.T. Thomas was there.
Pittsburgh keep giving them new life with a fumble and now with that penalty. The one thing you didn't want to do on a punt like that was a 40-some yards for a 1st down. That you're going to get good field possession. You escape lightning, and you give the ball right back to the opposition. Something you do not want to do.
2nd down and 12. Now Montgomery is on the sideline, near sideline, and being administered to. He's been replaced by Billy Campfield. 2nd and 12. Jaworski. Flag is down. Pass is incomplete, trying to hit Harris behind the screen. And if Montgomery is injured on the sideline, we'll go back to that flag in a moment. There he is being administered to. Boy, that could be a major loss for the Eagles, as he has been involved this season in 34% of the offense.
34% of the time that man has got a hold of the football, he is very important to the offense of this team. Tried to throw a screen on that last play, but number 58, Jack Lambert.
Illegal motion against the Eagles. It is refused. It'll be 3rd down 12. Go ahead.
Lambert did a great job of diagnosing that screen the last time. He was right over there. As a matter of fact, I think Jaworski might have been throwing the ball away because Lambert was in the area.
Now with 3 wide receivers in, Charles Smith, Scott Fitzke, and Harold Carmichael. Harris, the remaining back. 3rd and 12. Dunn comes out for the defense. Woodruff comes in, 5 men in the secondary. Jaworski with lots of time dumps it off to Harris, and J.T. Thomas moved up to make the tackle, a gain of a yard. So once again, Max Runiger will come in to kick.
Out of him are linebackers, and that's why Jaworski did not throw the ball to him.
Runiger kicking to Theo Bell. A mammoth kick.
And the Philadelphia bounce.
It will be down around the 3-yard line. 58 yards from the line of scrimmage. We'll take a timeout. Eagles lead it 10-7. Don't forget Sports World, a new day. It is now on Saturday. We'll have the Legends of Bowling, the first round, and invitational gymnastics from China. There's Max Runiger, who just sailed that kick.
Charlie, 57 yards, and you can see why. Full extension. Look at that leg, how high it gets. He also got the ball turned over.
From the Pittsburgh 3-yard line, Franco Harris moves to the 6. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as Bobby Howard and John Bunting make the tackle.
Number 32, Franco Harris. Before the ball game, the Steelers felt that they had to get a good performance from Franco Harris today. Actually, offensively, they haven't done much at all. I think Bradshaw's only completed 1 or 2 passes.
We have a baseball score, 5th inning. Pirates 2, Cubs nothing. 2nd down, 7. Here it is, Eagles 10, Steelers 7. Pass is complete. Randy Grossman. It'll be 3rd down as Frank Lemaster stops him at the 10-yard line.
What to do now is keep him backed up. Play action pass, not much of a fake by Bradshaw, but just Grossman going from the right side all the way to the left. Here's an open field tackle. He wraps him up, brings him down short of the 1st down.
3rd down and 3.
Pittsburgh needs to get something going.
Flag is down. Thornton carry. He has the 1st down. He is out of bounds, but there is a flag. The ball at the 16-yard line. Steelers have a little bit of breathing room.
Play pass.
Bradshaw, all the time in the world. Pass is incomplete. Thornton, the intended receiver. Boy, he had a lot of time.
He had all the time in the world. What Thornton should have done, instead of standing there and waving his hands, should have made a move and perhaps run straight back toward the line of scrimmage and give Bradshaw a target. Now, Bradshaw that time had to throw it very low. Had he thrown it higher, the possibility that it could have been intercepted. But you can see here that the offensive line is doing a job. They're looking around, picking up people. Davis is looking, but Thornton downfield was standing there. He should have been coming back toward the line of scrimmage for Bradshaw.
Greg Hawthorne, the number 1 draft choice, comes in. Sidney Thornton comes out. Hawthorne, number 27, from Baylor University. 5 men on the pattern. 2nd and 10. It's intercepted. John Bunting. Bunting to the 5. Dives to about the 2-yard line. Bunting has his first interception of the season.
I'll tell you, he read that pass pattern very well. What Bradshaw was trying to do was have Randy Grossman, their tight end, delay and then come back in the middle. But number 95 is Bunting. He was looking at it all the way. Bradshaw does not see him. He steps right in front of him. Takes it right down inside the 5-yard line. A great opportunity for Philadelphia to score once again.
Bunting missed last week. He was out with the flu. In his 8th year, the left outside linebacker. 2-yard line. 1st down, goal to go. Montgomery diving. Does not go in. Goal to go. Harris and Montgomery, the running back. Montgomery, touchdown. 16
Pittsburgh has given them that spark here in the second half. The interception down inside the 5-yard line provides them with another opportunity. They took it in and got 6 points. You can tell by the fans, you can tell by Philadelphia, they are really fired up now. You can tell that this is an emotional game. So emotional, Montgomery's got that football. He's not going to give it up.
Action before the snap as Tom Beasley, number 65, comes across the line of scrimmage. May have been drawn across, and he was. The penalty against the Eagles. Still on the extra point attempt.
Ball start, 7-9, offense, first down.
A false start against Philadelphia. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WIC-TV, your new spirit station in Pittsburgh.
The score is now Philadelphia 17, Pittsburgh 7. We'll be back in a moment. Added the point after to make it 17-7. Will be kicking off, and Larry Anderson is deep. The Steelers have to get something going. 2:46. Time remaining, third quarter. Anderson slips a tackle. Turns upfield, is caught from behind. Near the Pittsburgh 30-yard line. Jerry Robinson is the man who got him.
Look at Franklin. He's running around there without a shoe on.
He gets stepped on. Look out. Don't get hurt, Tony. Steelers now from their own 30-yard line, trailing by 10. And moving across and making contact was Charlie Johnson, the nose tackle of the Eagles. Let's see if he was drawn off.
I don't believe so. That's going to be an easy 5 yards for Pittsburgh.
Take it out close to the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 5.
That's probably the best yardage they made on first down here in the second half.
You're right.
65, making contact before the snap. Defense, first down.
Thornton in motion. And he stops, sets up as a wide receiver. Franco Harris. And Harris has the first down. He was originally hit after picking up about 4 yards. He added 3 more on his own. Carl Harrison brought him down at the 42.
Take a look at this play, what they're doing. Sidney Thornton, they're lining him up in the backfield. He takes off and lines up in the wing formation. They're trying to spread out that defense and give Franco an opportunity to find a hole. This time, with good blocking up front, he does find a hole, picks up the first down.
Over the middle, pass is complete. Tight end, Randy Grossman. 47-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Frank Lemaster, the right inside linebacker for the Eagles, makes the tackle.
They're trying to get something going. They're trying to change up their offensive plan, what they've been doing the first half. First down that last time when Franco picked up the first down, they brought the halfback Thornton out in a wing formation all the way out of the flanker. That time they're dumping it off in the middle area, picking up 4, 5, 6 yards at a crack.
Second and 5. Steelers on their own 47, trailing by 10. Eagles lead it 17-7. Thornton, first down. Cuts to the outside and is cut down at the 45-yard line of the Eagles by Herman Edwards. Accepting Terry Bradshaw. Took it to the 2-yard line. Montgomery took it in at 2 plays. The lead is 10. Pass is underthrown to Grossman, incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 at the Eagles 45. It is Thornton again with the call. Leans inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be third down and 4, and Terry Totolo, the left inside linebacker, makes the tackle.
Coming up now, this is not
We'll give you that Olympic address again in a moment, Lynn.
Hey, look at this. The Jets leading Miami 26-10. Bobby Jackson interception return of 58 yards for the score. The Jets on their way to upsetting Miami. They're 4-0 on the year so far.
Starting the fourth quarter at the Eagles' 39-yard line. Play action. Deep into coverage.
He caught it.
No, John Stallworth, they'll say no. Boy, Bradshaw was throwing into what looked like triple coverage.
And he had Rocky Blyer wide open on the sidelines. Would have been very easy first down, and somebody would have had to make the tackle. Blyer was wide open. Good fake by Bradshaw, and he's coming down trying to thread the needle to Stallworth. You can see there are 3 Philadelphia defenders around there. The official's right on the call there. Of course, Bobby Howard's right there, too, giving his assistance. I've got another score. Earl Camrell scored his 3rd touchdown. Houston leading Cleveland 31-10 in the 3rd period.
Now look at this. It is 4th down and 4. Play action. Right side. Blyer has it. Rocky has the first down.
They must have heard me. He wasn't near as wide open that time as he was the play before. There wasn't anyone near him. That's probably because defensive players are going to look at that quarterback. The last time Bradshaw was looking downfield toward Stallworth, and Blyer was wide open. The same play. It looked like even maybe the Pittsburgh wasn't set for a full count. Blyer doesn't catch too many passes, but this is a real big one today. Just enough to pick up that first down.
That is only his 10th reception on the year.
Tampa Bay is leading Chicago 10-0 in the 2nd period.
First down, 34-yard line. Frank O'Hara. He is swarmed under. John Bunting, who had that key interception that led to the touchdown, leads the way for the defense here. 5 on the pattern. Bradshaw over the middle. Incomplete. LeMaster for the defense. Grossman the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Hunt is not suited up for the ball game. He's out with a hamstring. 3rd down and 9. 5 on the pattern again. Bradshaw goes deep. High. Tipped out of bounds. Incomplete. Theo Bell, intended receiver. John Shara, the 5th man in the backfield. A flag was dropped back at the 43-yard line. That is about the spot that Bradshaw was dropped.
The way that official's lining up, he's going toward Philadelphia's goal line.
Marking it off against the Eagles. Here's the call from Cal Laporte.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, first down.
That's the one thing Philadelphia did not want to do. Give them new life, because defensively Philadelphia did an excellent job of covering the receivers of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now at the Eagles' 18-yard line, first down. 13 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the game. Thornton carries. He's in trouble, losing yardage. Back to the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 12 at the Eagles' 20-yard line, and Bobby Howard moved up from defensive left cornerback to make the stop. His freshman year at Baylor, he was a defensive end as a sophomore wide receiver. He has 4.5 speed. He carries inside. He picks up 6 yards to the Eagles' 14-yard line, where John Bunting makes the tackle. It will be 3rd down and 6 at the Philadelphia 14.
Charlie, right now Pittsburgh has to get some points, whether it be 3 points or a touchdown. They've got to get some, and they're in a position right now to do that. They have to come up with 2 scores along the line somewhere, and one of them has to be a touchdown. So rather than Bradshaw, I'm sure, taking a chance of putting the ball up for grabs, he wants to make sure he at least has an opportunity to get 3 points.
And now Rocky Blyer comes in. Harris comes out. 3rd down and 6. 4 men on the pattern. Into the end zone. Jumping contest. Intercepted by the Eagles. Cunningham, intended receiver. Herman Edwards has the interception, the second for the Philadelphia defense.
Well, the thing he didn't want to do was give up that football. That ball was underthrown. He was going for Cunningham, who was in tight and running toward the corner of the end zone. And the one thing you do not want to do is throw it short. Give credit, though, to Edwards, who comes up with a fine interception.
The Eagles defense now with 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery. And Philadelphia has the ball on their own 20-yard line. Terry Bradshaw, the quarterback of the Steelers. He has suffered 2 interceptions. The first one cost him a touchdown. That was the John Bunting interception. The second one to Herman Edwards cost him a chance at least a field goal try. Montgomery. 27-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Jack Lambert makes the tackle.
Chicago, the Bears got on the board. Bob Thomas, a 34-yard field goal. Tampa Bay still leads Chicago by the score of 10-3 in the second period of play.
Wilbert Montgomery, 20 carries. He has 70 yards for the Philadelphia Eagles. He has a total of 8 100-yard games in his career.
That's a defensive unit that you just saw. They're taking their rest because they know their work is not done yet. Pittsburgh will be back.
3rd down, 3. 11 minutes left to go in the game. Number 53, Dennis Winston, the first man there for the defense, as Montgomery will come up short of the first down.
So they came out fighting. Number 53, Dennis Winston, hits about as hard as anybody on that Pittsburgh team.
And now Jaworski is in a pushy contest with some of the Steelers. He does not like where the officials spot the football.
Well, he'll lose that battle if he gets involved with the big defensive lineman of Pittsburgh.
He was shouting at Dennis Winston, the linebacker of the Steelers. The man for the University of Arkansas, taken in the 5th round of the draft at 77. And so, Max Runniger will come into punt, and Theo Bell will set up shop for the return.
New York Giants are on the board. They scored a touchdown, Billy Taylor, 5-yard run, but New Orleans still leads the Giants 17-7 in the 3rd period. Uh-oh, there's the break.
Runniger does not have any protection. He still gets off a great kick. Bell takes it sliding at around the 42 or the 43-yard line. But Max Runniger, you lose as a kicker all of your protection when you drop the football. And he still got it away.
Right through his hands, and that's a matter, maybe the ball was a little wet, but fortunately for Philadelphia, Pittsburgh was not rushing, because you recall what happened the last time they really put on a rush. They roughed the kicker when it was 40 yards to go for a first down, so they probably took off the rush on the Philadelphia kicker this time. It was a bad timing. They guessed wrong at the wrong time. Had they had a rush on, he would have never gotten that ball off.
And so Pittsburgh will be moving on offense with 10 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the ballgame. The Steelers are down by 10 points. Scoreless first quarter, tied 7-7 at the half. And then in the 3rd quarter, Tony Franklin, a 48-yard field goal. John Bunting, an interception of a Terry Bradshaw pass, took it to the 2-yard line. Montgomery went in from the 1. Extra point was good. Eagles lead it 17-7. Bradshaw goes to the air. It is there to John Stallworth. And Stallworth is finally bumped out of bounds at the Philadelphia 39-yard line by Frank LeMaster.
To is number 82, John Stallworth, because he's an outstanding receiver for one reason. This is just a timing pass. It's an out pattern or a sideline pattern. Now Stallworth, once he gets the football, he's trying to get some extra yards, but you'll see him throw the ball right here out of bounds. You see with his right hand, making sure that it went out of bounds and not back in the field of play. New York Jets still leading Miami 26-17, although Bob Greasy threw a touchdown pass to Bruce Hardy for 18 yards.
Bradshaw throws, has his man. It is there. Theo Bell. He is out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Bobby Howard had the coverage. So now in 2 plays, the Steelers have moved from their own 42 to the Eagle 21, but hold it, there was a flag.
Terry Bradshaw has such a strong arm, and the reason this pass was completed is because he just flicks that thing out there, and the ball gets there in a hurry. Theo Bell is there. Pretty good coverage by Bobby Howard, but a half a step was all that was necessary. I think they must have roughed Bradshaw because they're continuing to walk toward Philadelphia's goal line.
Adding the yardage to the end of the play, here's the referee, Cal Laporte.
Personal foul, head slap, 87, defense, it's first down.
Well, that's Claude Humphrey. He's still using that old technique, Charlie, of slapping him on the head.
Which is now illegal, right?
Joe Ferguson, Frank Lewis, 23 yards, Buffalo. Leads Baltimore 14-6.
They move it to the 11-yard line. Bell is out. Two tight ends on the set. Thornton carries. Humphrey, the first man to hit him. His momentum will take him from the 11 to about the 6-yard line. Frank LeMaster was there along with Terry Totolo.
Number 57, Sam Davis, the offensive left guard of Pittsburgh, holding through and getting through the hole. When an offensive guard down in that area is able to lead the back through the hole, you're going to pick up some good yardage. Taking a look at ground level, what's going on down there in the pits. Thornton coming through. Tried to grab a hold of him, almost grabbed his face mask. Good thing he didn't.
Second down. 5 to go for the first down, and 6 to go for a score. Thornton, the ball carrier, to the 2-yard line. It'll be third down and 1 at the Philadelphia 2. Ken Clark and Frank LeMaster finally stopping Sidney Thornton.
Goal line defense coming in for Philadelphia. They're bringing in a couple of additional defensive linemen, hoping to put a stop to this Pittsburgh attack right now. They would love to settle for just 3 points instead of 6.
Thornton now with 88 yards in 16 carries, and he has a touchdown in the game, his 5th on the season. 3 men in the backfield as Blyer comes in. 2 tight ends, Blyer, Thornton, and Harris are the running back. Diving for the end zone. Ball is loose. The ball is loose. The Eagles say they have it. Let's wait on the official's call. Philadelphia recovers the fumble.
Here it's coming in there. Looked like Franco is going to get into the end zone. The ball is stripped from him right there. Looks like
Frank LeMaster stripped the ball. And a scramble for it. The Eagles have the football, and we have a timeout. The Eagles lead 17-7.
Entire ball game.
Now, the Eagles have to watch out for a safety. Harris carried, but let's go back to that fumble.
There's a reason why coaches tell players to carry the ball in both hands. You can see right there that Franco's carrying it in one hand. It's being stripped by LeMaster. The ball pops loose. It's a scramble, and at the 1-yard line, Philadelphia comes up with a football.
Randy Logan has the fumble recovery.
That's why they say get that football, both arms around it when you're near the goal line.
Second down and 6. Eagles on their own 5. 8 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the game. Leroy Harris carries. Dennis Winston with the tackle.
You talk about a big play, backed up at the 1-yard line. What you're trying to do is get a little breathing room straight ahead, and you can see Leroy Harris, a big hole, fine blocking by that offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, enable him to come up with a first down. And that is a big first down because not only to give him a little breathing room away from that goal line, but you got to take a look at the clock now. 7 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in this football game.
And don't forget the second half of our doubleheader this afternoon, the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. First down, Eagles on their own 12-yard line. Montgomery. He has 2 yards to the 14. It will be second down and 8, Philadelphia, their own 14-yard line. Joe Green and Dennis Winston make the tackle. 7th inning baseball score, Pirates 3, Cubs 1. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the game. Eagles leading the Steelers 17-7. First back through is Montgomery to the 18-yard line. He picks up 4. It will be 3rd down and 4, Philadelphia on their own 18 as Tom Beasley and Donnie Shell are there for the Steelers.
He did a better job that time because Jaworski waited till there were just 2 seconds remaining on the 30-second clock before he snapped the ball.
3rd down and 4. He has to throw.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Because that clock will continue to run. Pittsburgh has to score twice in 6 minutes to beat them. They have to score 2 touchdowns to beat them.
Montgomery 79 yards in 23 plays. Montgomery carries again. Has the first down. As I said, Liam, he does not have to throw.
Well, if you got Wilbert Montgomery in the backfield, and with the great acceleration that he has, his ability to run through trouble, give him the football. What they're doing, they're fighting the clock right now. Good offensive line surge by Philadelphia. Woody People 69 out in front. Good blocking. There is a hole there, and he just lowers his head. Says, I got 4 yards to pick up. I'm going to do that first. First things first. Now it's less than 5.5 minutes remaining in this football game.
Mike Wagner finally stopped him. Montgomery now has 86 yards rushing. Eagles on their own 28-yard line. 5 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. Leroy Harris. Maybe a yard. Joe Green makes the tackle. At the Philadelphia 29-yard line. 2nd down and 9. 5 minutes remaining.
They've got that clock in their favor right now. They can take their good old time in getting the play off, utilizing as much of that 30-second clock as they possibly can. Jaworski has done a very good job of that so far. Doesn't want to do anything fancy. He's telling his backs, hold on to the football. He's telling his line and his backs, let's not have any holding penalties. We don't want to stop that clock.
Carmichael and Fitzke go wide to the left. Running backs are Harris and Montgomery. Now they shift again. 3 seconds in the 30-second clock. It is Harris. He has 2 yards to the Eagles' 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7 as Robin Cole makes the tackle.
You know, they're doing a lot of moving around that backfield. In my opinion, this is not the time to do it, because they almost had to mix up a man in motion the last time. Because you're not fooling Pittsburgh. They know what you're trying to do. You're trying to run out the clock when you got a 10-point lead. Might as well line up in the formation that you're going to go in offensively and just take a look at that clock and make it down to about 2 seconds and then snap the ball.
Robin Cole takes himself out of the game, and the rookie from East Carolina, Zach Valentine, replaces him at linebacker. 7 seconds in the 30-second clock. 3 seconds. He calls a timeout with 1 second remaining on the 30-second clock.
The reason he did that, he's moving around. Otherwise, it had a 5-yard penalty.
And we'll take a timeout. Philadelphia with 2 timeouts remaining. Pittsburgh has 3 timeouts remaining. And the Eagles lead by 10, 17-7. Montgomery. He will not pick up the first down. He will go to the 35-yard line where Joe Green stops him. It will be 4th down and around 2.5 to 3 yards to go. So Max Runiger will come in to kick. Great support crew here in Philadelphia. Bill Friel, Paul Giordano, Jack Pyra. Thank you, gentlemen. Theo Bell is set for the return. We've had drizzle on and off this afternoon. The temperature in the mid-60s. First half was even. 3rd quarter belonged to the Eagles. He sails a beauty. Bell chases it. It goes out of bounds. There will be no return. The Steelers will have the ball on their own 20-yard line. We'll take a timeout. It is Philadelphia 17, Pittsburgh 7. Just sailed the football 55 yards. He has punted 5 times in the game, and his average is 48 yards. The Steelers now from their own 20-yard line, first down with 2:48 remaining in the game. Bradshaw to throw, sends 5 on the pattern. He's in trouble. He'll be sacked. Their 16th on the year. Carl Hairston got him.
He leads the Philadelphia team in quarterback sacks. He had 8 going into this football game. That makes 9. I think all of last year, Philadelphia, they had a problem putting pressure on the quarterback and bringing him down. They had 29 sacks the entire year. This man has 9 of them himself.
At the 14-yard line, 2nd down and 16. Bradshaw being chased. He throws into coverage. It is caught. Stallworth, a tremendous reception. John Shara made the tackle. It'll be a 1st down. That was 2nd and 16. The line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Stallworth is really something. He has as good of ability to concentrate on that football as anybody in the National Football League.
2:07 remaining in the ball game. Bradshaw waits and then throws. It is incomplete. Through the hands of Theo Bell and then through the hands of Bobby Howard. 2-minute warning. We'll take a timeout. Eagles leading the Steelers 17-7. 2 minutes. Officially 1 minute and 58 seconds. The 2-minute warning given at the end of the play. Time remaining in the game. Eagles 17, Steelers 7. Couple of quick baseball scores. Phillies leading the Expos 2-0. And the Pirates are leading the Cubs 3-2. Both of those games in the 7th inning. Here it is, the Eagles by 10. Steelers with the ball on their own 32-yard line. 2nd and 10. Bradshaw sends 4 out. And then Blyer slips out. The pass is to Rocky. And Rocky goes after the 1st down. There was a fumble at the end of the play. It may have been blown dead. Let's wait and see. Carl Hairston made the tackle. The ball remains with the Steelers. And it will be a 1st down for Pittsburgh. The clock continues to move.
Good 2-minute drill by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've got 2 plays called. Bradshaw, no, he's fighting the clock. He doesn't need just 1 score, he needs 2. Stallworth.
Pass is there. Stallworth. Eagles say they bounced it to him. The officials say no. My eyes may deceive me. Timeout, the Steelers. The score, Philadelphia 17, Pittsburgh 7, now 1:20 remaining. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining at the Eagles 38-yard line. 1st down, Bradshaw goes deep. Stallworth is there.
Got it!
He has a touchdown. 80 yards in 5 plays.
You wonder why Terry Bradshaw loves to go to number 82, John Stallworth. He has shown you so very much of that in this 80-yard drive. He's come up with 3 spectacular catches. That one for the touchdown. Bradshaw looking deep all the way. This is a nickel defense, meaning they got 5 defensive backs in the ball game. Fairly well covered, but the concentration of Stallworth is something to behold, because he's looking at that ball. He has the ability to concentrate on that football as well as anybody in the National Football League.
Matt Barr, point after. It is tipped, but it is still good. So it is now Philadelphia 17, Pittsburgh 14, with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining. The Eagles have 2 timeouts remaining, and the Steelers have 2 timeouts remaining.
Now, what's going to happen, Charlie? Do you think that there's going to be a little bit of an onside kick here by the Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm sure that there will be, with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in this football game. Pittsburgh, 2 timeouts remaining. They're going to have to try an onside kick and hope that they can recover it. That being the case, they still got a shot at going in and scoring, because it's a very explosive Pittsburgh team, as you just saw a minute ago with Bradshaw to Stallworth. Stallworth is something to behold. I mean, he caught that ball off the turf here just a minute ago that was questionable at least by Philadelphia people as to whether he caught it or not. He did a great job there. He caught one in a crowd prior to that, and now he just catches the big bomb.
And he has 5 receptions for 102 yards. Matt Barr.
Take a look at Philadelphia's defense. They know that, they have 10 men up 10 yards away.
It has to go 10 yards, and Barr may have fallen on it. He was chasing it. The Steelers have it. Barr just dribbling the ball, and Matt Barr comes up with it.
Philadelphia's waiting around looking at it
They
to go
waited
10
for
yards.
it.
They can go get it any time that they
They can get
want.
it any time.
Pittsburgh couldn't touch it before it went 10 yards.
And now they say no. They say it does not go 10 yards, and the Eagles have the ball.
The ball must go 10 yards before Pittsburgh can touch it.
And Chuck Noll has come out on the field from the far side.
Ball was touched before it went to 10 yards by the kicking team. Will re-kick 5 yards back.
Barr recovered it. It is what you call a short free kick, and therefore it's a 5-yard penalty. We'll do it again.
The thing that Philadelphia shouldn't wait is for the ball to go 10 yards.
They can get on it any time.
They can get on it just as soon as he kicks the ball. If it goes 5 yards, they can go fall on it.
But they must recover it. Once they touch it, then the kicking team can do it.
Once that Philadelphia team touches the ball, it is free, whether it went 10 yards or not.
1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in the game. The Eagles leading by 3, 17-14.
Philadelphia must recover this ball. If they do, with 2 timeouts remaining for Pittsburgh, it'll be tough for them to get the ball back.
Now, the way the Eagles are set up, it is just as effective to try and loop the ball about 20 yards over the front 2 lines and then recover it further downfield.
There's about 3 ways you can do it. You can dribble it like he did before. You can drop it over that wave of people, or you can try to knock it right into somebody and have it ricochet back.
The ball does not go 10 yards. The Eagles do recover it. Philadelphia has the ball.
Scott Pittsburgh, I think he was in the bottom of that pack.
The rookie from Penn State.
That's what they call their hands team. All the people who handle the ball, like Scott Pittsburgh, 81, who recovered it, that's who they want up near that 10 yards from the football, because they know it's going to be an onside kick. They want people accustomed to handling it. They don't want big defensive linemen up there, or offensive linemen.
At the Pittsburgh 39-yard line, the Eagles have the ball. 1:10 left to go in the game. The Eagles lead by 3. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia both with 2 timeouts. Montgomery. He leans in for a yard, maybe 2.
Pittsburgh called timeout. 1:05 remaining in this football game. They now have 1 timeout remaining.
Zach Valentine with the tackle. Mark the ball at the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. We've got a great afternoon of football in store for you here. First with this game, and then the second half of the doubleheader, Denver at Oakland. But don't forget baseball. We'll start it all hopefully on Tuesday night with the League Championship Series. Montreal or Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. That is assuming the National League East has been decided by Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, of course, the action will continue as the American League gets in the battle, and NBC's outstanding coverage will continue until the 2 teams are decided to move into the World Series.
Charlie, I think last week you said perhaps that was on any given day.
I thought it was given Sunday last Sunday.
This could be the given Sunday, because the Jets blitz your Todd to Wesley Walker, 71 yards for a touchdown. The New York Jets now leading Miami 33-20 in the 4th period.
With 1:05 remaining. Montgomery has 93 yards rushing, and he gets the call again. He'll add 3 more to that total. It will be 3rd down and 5. And a shoving contest downfield is separated. Clock continues on its inexorable march. And as I mentioned a moment ago, the Steelers with 1 timeout remaining. It is 3rd down and 5. The 30-second clock has not started, and now the Steelers take that timeout with 43 seconds left on the game clock. In case you happen to join us late, we had a scoreless first quarter. It was 7-7 at the half. Sidney Thornton for Pittsburgh and Leroy Harris for Philadelphia. And then the Eagles exploded in the third quarter. Tony Franklin, a 48-yard field goal. Wilbur Montgomery from a yard out. And then just moments ago, Bradshaw to Stallworth, as Terry Bradshaw took the Steelers on an 80-yard touchdown drive to pull Pittsburgh within 3 of Philadelphia.
Charlie, right now, it's 3rd down and 4 to go, but what Philadelphia should be thinking right now, they don't want to kick the football, run 2 plays, but don't fall on the football, don't have the quarterback fall on. 1 timeout, or no timeouts remaining for Pittsburgh.
The attendance, 70,352. The question was asked. The Eagles coming into this ball game, their record is 3-1. But let's face it, their opposition has not been that tough early in the season. They would find out this afternoon if they were a contender or a pretender.
Or a pretender. Well, they are a contender. They have 2 downs to pick up a 1st down. That's what they should be thinking right now. Give that ball to Wilbert Montgomery. Let him go straight ahead. Hold on to the football. Maybe pick up the 1st down.
He goes straight ahead. He does not pick up the 1st down. In fact, he only picks up a yard. Gary Dunn stops him. 34 seconds and counting. 27 seconds. There's a 2-second discrepancy between the 30-second clock and the game clock. They can sit in the huddle. They can then take the penalty. They can fall on the football. The Eagles have it all wrapped up.
There's no way that they possibly, I don't think any way they could possibly lose this football game now.
And listen to this crowd of more than 70,000 in a drizzly rain here this afternoon. And now, delay of game, violation of the 30-second clock, but 2 seconds left of the game clock.
All that quarterback has to do is get a hold of the football, move back a yard or 2, and fall down on it. The only way possible that Pittsburgh could win would be much like the Philadelphia Giant game of a year ago. On the last play of the game, the Giants fumbled. Philadelphia picked it up and ran it in for a touchdown.
And this should wrap it up for the Eagles. Jaworski will just follow the football.
You see Big Harold Carmichael back down there.
He takes a couple of steps and then he falls on the football. And time runs out. The Eagles with their greatest victory in a decade. The final score is Philadelphia 17 and Pittsburgh 14. What a tremendous game we have had here today.